Now for more insight, we're joined via Skype by Ibrahim Kholilul Rohman. He is a senior research associate at Indonesia Financial Group Progress in Jakarta. Mr. Rohman, thank you for joining us. So I'd like to ask you first about this 4.6% projection for the region this year in terms of growth. So what kind of strategies do you think can be used to identify new growth drivers and help to sustain this number?
Well, thank you for having me. I think for average countries in the world, 4.6, 4.7 may be seen as a good growth that shows how economic is really growing due to potential productivity and driven by several sectors within the economy. But for countries like Asia Pacific in general, 4.6 is or could be seen as modest growth. And in next year in 2024, a majority of us will still be, will be facing pressure from right and left with the rice price, with energy price, with inflation, with higher interest rate regime all over the countries that may be reducing the effectivity of the economy, reducing credit, reducing investment in many areas. And the condition will also be putting some pressure on exchange rate stability, and it will give additional burden for countries in majority in Asia Pacific. So the strategy will be to, focus on particular sector that countries are really, having competitive advantage so that they can sustain their growth, facing a lot of turbulence and uncertainties in the next year.
The Asian Development Bank says that China accounted for nearly 2/3 of the Asia-Pacific's economic growth. In what areas particularly do you think China's contributions are most keenly felt?
Yeah, of course, two areas that can be sustained, especially between countries like Indonesia or ASEAN countries in particular, is trade and investment. China has been important partner for ASEAN since 2010, and the annual growth rate has been about 10 to 12%, which is showing how the relationship between countries in terms of trade has been maintained for several years. Even during the pandemic, the collaboration and the cooperation has been sustained. In addition to that, China has also been playing an important role in, driving foreign direct investment in ASEAN countries, in other Asia Pacific countries. And if we see how the collaboration can be further improved in the future, is ranging from areas such as transportation, where Indonesia in particular has been enjoying, leapfrogging technology. We are now having the first country in ASEAN to enjoy high-speed train, which can be, reducing cost of distribution in the future. So I think in that sense, there are a lot of windows that ASEAN countries, Asia Pacific countries can be connected, enjoying, each competitive advantage, and in particular China is always becoming a important partner in trade and investment.
All right. Thank you so much for your insights. Really appreciate it. Ibrahim Kholilul Rohman with the Indonesia Financial Group Progress.